everybody, what's good? MidMorningSol back at it again with another playthrough part, another chapter of Piofiore, Episodio 1926. And folks, I I told my old ass not to do this, but I went on and did it anyway. Yeah, I'm playing at night. I'm too curious, y'all, about if I got the good chapter or not. I wouldn't know until I I wouldn't know until I like happen upon the ending. So I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, y'all. Last chapter, um, Dante was getting kind of more assertive. You know, that thumbnail, y'all. I actually appreciate him being more forthcoming. But for the most part, Nicola is off to America. They done Dante, Nicola, and the Loyal Bunch drove out most of the traders, the turncoats. However, they didn't get all of them. You know, the like cockroaches, if you don't kill them all, you let some survive, they'll come back and multiply. Hopefully not more than before, but they will come back. So they do have to take care of Raul and the lingering traders. Also, a big proponent of the last chapter was Henri. Henri actually let it be known that he was gonna clap Dante. He was like, fuck it, I'm gonna kill you. I couldn't kill your father, I'm gonna get you instead. And then he was talked down by Sister Sophia and Marco, and in turn Dante learned a little bit more about his father. It was good. It was a good chapter. I was kind of hanging in there. So I would definitely suggest to watch the last chapter, get my reaction. And yeah, without further ado, y'all, because y'all know I like to run off at the mouth, let us proceed into chapter 5, titled Nella Nebbia, which I have no fucking clue what that means. But let's just jump right on in, shall we? We shall. Let's get it. I would really love it if this was a good chapter, but I have a feeling, knowing me, I probably fucked up when I told Henri, how I felt living at the Falzone Manor. We'll see. That's how we roll. We just keep going. That's what a blind playthrough is all about. Alright. A few days passed. Just as Dante was heading out for work, he began to speak as if remembering something.
今日は夕食の時間に遅れるかもしれない。ギルバートに呼び出された。
Okay, yeah. Oh, also Gilbert had dinner with us, so something was a little off about Gilbert. I just hope he doesn't come out harmed or whatever. Gil? Are you going to meet him for dinner? Liliana's talking proper English now, Sasha. Dante shook his head.
いや、指定された場所はカジノだったから、何か話があるんじゃないか？
I see. It sounds important.
特に心当たりはないが、まあまり遅くなるようなら夕食は先に済ませてくれ。
You got it. Okay, I will. I nodded in response. Why is there a choice like 2 seconds into this chapter? Yeah, we got it. Do your best. Take care. Why would I say do your best? I don't know why I would say do your best. I guess I'll tell him take care. Take care, Dante. I tiptoed and kissed Dante on the cheek. Aww. I see you're missing the lips as well. That's bad influence from the Falzone man. Why are you so adorable? Oh my god. He usually kissed me before he left, so I wanted to do the same for him, but Dante's cheeks flushed red, and he smiled with a hint of shyness.
不意打ちは困る。できるだけ早く帰ってくるから待っていてくれ。
Aww. He then gently pressed his lips to my cheek. Dante stepped into the car and departed. I hope that was the right choice. I just figured, why would you say do your best? I don't know. After watching the car drive off, I headed back inside. On my way back to my room, I bumped into Julia in the hallway.
あら、おはようございます。坊ちゃんはもう出かけましたか？
Yes. Oh, and he said he may not be back in time for dinner tonight.
そうですか。
I know.
あなたは今日どうなさるんです？
You wanna cook, girl? I was just thinking of reading a book I borrowed from Dante.
そうですか。でしたら、後で部屋に甘いものでもお届けしますね。
Damn, Julia with the fucking... That's what I was thinking. Thank you, Julia. Oh, and... Do you remember the conversation we had before? Okay.
私はよくわかりませんけど、お勉強なさるとしたら、これからの時代で必要なことでしょうか。
I finally found something helpful to do because of what you told me back then. I've been wanting to thank you for your advice.
あらまあ、いいんですよ。なかなか目覚ましい上達ぶりだとか。坊ちゃんたちも感心していましたよ。特にダンテ坊ちゃんたら、彼女はすごいなんてしみじみと。
Really? I was moved beyond belief to hear that Dante had complimented me. I returned to my room and immediately started reading The Great Gatsby. I could see why Dante recommended it. As soon as I started, I was drawn in. Reading in English was even more enjoyable now that I didn't need to consult a dictionary as often. Ooh, look at you, girl! Bilingual bish? Okay. The story took place in America. The narrator of the story, Nick, was a Great War veteran who moved to New York in 1922. With the events of the story being so recent, the incidents that unfolded felt so real. Before long, I was fully immersed in the book, and the hours flew by. Ooh, excuse me.
悪かったな。わざわざ来てもらって。
Gilbert sounded much more serious than usual. It was clear that his objective in calling me to the casino was not just for small talk.
ラオシュ亡き後、俺なりにお前のことを友人だと思って今日までやってきた。だからきちんと話をしておきたい。ニコラにうちの2が摘発に遭ってないか探らせたな。
What the fuck? How does he know? Oh, did you tell him with your reaction?
お前もバカじゃねえ。感づいたんだろ。もう少し早く気づいてくれりゃ他の道も取れたんだがな。
ギルバート。
Oh Lord. Gil, no! What was he trying to say? I think them's fighting words. The boss of the Visconti family stared straight at me.
俺はこの町をブルローネを取る。
Oh, Gilbert, Sleepy, no! What is this? What crawled up your ass and made you want to do this?
急に何を言っているんだお前は。
急じゃねえ、ずっと考えてた。他の道も考えた。けど残念だがタイムリミットだ。
It took more effort than usual to hide my confusion, but I somehow managed.
理由を聞かせてくれ。
夢を叶えるため、ファミリーのため。理由はいろいろあるが、今となっちゃお前に教える義理はねえ。悪いなダンテ。明日から俺たちは敵同士だ。
No! Why would you? Raul did this, didn't he? It was late at night. As expected, Dante still hadn't come home even though it was past dinner time. He did tell me to go on without him even if he wasn't here. Or I added a word, sorry. He did tell me to go on without him if he wasn't here, but I passed some time in the salon for a while, staring at the clock in hopes that Dante would return soon. Oh my God. Shortly afterward, I heard the rumble of a car engine approaching and slowly turning off. Could Dante be back? I straightened up in my seat and waited, and sure enough, he walked into the salon. Welcome home. I stood up from the sofa to greet him, and it was then that I noticed his dark expression. Has something happened? My curiosity got the better of me, and I chose my words carefully. Dante, you look tired. Are you feeling all right? Would you like some dinner?
大丈夫だ。心配をかけてすまない。食欲がないから夕食はいい。仕事もあるし。
Kill you, Gumby. As though suddenly realizing it, Dante looked at me again.
もしかして食べずに待っていてくれたのか？
Oh, no, that's not it. I was hungry a bit earlier, so I've actually eaten already.
そうか。よかった。
He nodded with relief, leaving the salon. Girl, don't tell me you lied. After having a quiet dinner alone, I cleared the dishes and brought them to the kitchen. I decided to discuss with Julia something that had been on my mind throughout dinner. Julia, do you think I should take something light for Dante to eat? He didn't seem hungry, so perhaps a drink?
そうですね。温かいレモネードなんてどうです？
The hell is that? Canarino?
それにチョコレートを少し添えて。
That's a great idea. I'm sure that would do. Julia told me to leave the dishes, but of course I helped her clean up the rest because I'm hard-headed. I then started preparing a nighttime snack for Dante. Oh, excuse me. That's why I should not be playing at this time, but yeah, curiosity is getting the better of me. I stood in front of his office with a tray in hand, then proceeded to knock on the door. A few seconds passed, but I didn't hear anything. He usually responds right away if he hears someone knocking. There was a long pause in which I wasn't sure what to do, but I finally heard Dante's voice from inside the office.
入れ。
I slowly opened the door. I hope I'm not bothering you. I brought this so that maybe you could snack on something during a break. I slowly placed the steaming canarino at the end of his desk. Next to it, I set down a small plate of chocolates. Well, if you'll excuse me. I quickly and quietly made my way to the door when suddenly...
リリー、
Yes? I turned around. Even though he had just spoken my name, he sat there silently, saying nothing. I wasn't sure what to do next. Did he stop me because there was something he wanted to say? I chose my word. No. I chose my words wisely. Shit. Oh, okay. As long as it's not a choice. Thank you, Jesus. You can talk to me about anything. I may not be much of help. Oh, let me read that again. I may not be of much help, but if I can somehow share the burden with you, I'm here to listen. As I expected, he hesitated for a moment.
友人から一方的に決別を突きつけられたら、お前はどうする?
Well, you didn't call him a friend earlier. I forgot who he referred to, like, oh, we're not friends. I think it was Lily at that dinner meeting, or that dinner last chapter. Now you're considering him a friend? Well, you better let him know that. I wasn't prepared at all for that question. I gathered my thoughts for a moment before replying. Well, if it was because I did something wrong, I would certainly try to make amends, but... Excuse me. If I wasn't sure why they felt that way, I would talk to them about it.
謝る前に話し合うと。
Okay, real T, you want my honest opinion, Dante? I think you should apologize, because I think it kind of stuck at him like a splinter in the thumb or something. Like, you didn't call him a friend. He calls you a friend, but you didn't call him a friend. So it's like, oh, it was never my intention to discredit our relationship, So I should also consider you what you consider me, which is a friend. That's just me. It may, but if you're not sure what you're apologizing for, they may not accept it. I think knowing how to make things right again would help make the apology more meaningful.
なるほど。参考になった。グラッツェ。
Oh. Dante nodded with satisfaction at my answer, appearing to regain his composure. Sorry, wrong line. I'm glad I could be of help. Well, good luck with your work. Oh. With one last smile, I left his office. Sorry for the wait, Carlo. The moment I stepped into my room, Carlo pounced at my feet as if he had been waiting for me. How about we cuddle together tonight? Aww. I wish I could do that with Buddy, but Buddy, he moves too damn much. So he got his own doggy bed, child. Carlo immediately meowed in response. I got dressed for bed and slipped under the covers with Carlo in my arm. Oh, Dante. Oh my God. Friend. Oh, Dante.
もう一度、ギルバートと話をしてみよう。
He often jokingly referred to me as his friend. I used the same word when telling Lily about what happened, but
いかに住み分けてきたとはいえ、俺たちは敵対組織の長同士だ。情を移しすぎてはいけない。線引きは明確にしなければと思いながら接してきた。が、
that's true too. I can see why Dante didn't, that's a thing. A lot of people use that term so loosely, friends. So I see where Dante's coming from by not referring to him as a friend, but still, I don't know. I was surprised by how shocked I was when he said we were enemies.
俺も甘いな。
Only now did I notice that I had actually considered him a friend all along. I took a deep breath and picked up the receiver. Oh, I hope Gil can have a change of heart. It sounded like he got into a fight with Gil. Could he have done something to make Gil angry? I pulled the blanket over my shoulders, hoping that they could make up and be friends again. Me too, girl. Oh, I don't want them fighting. The next day, I passed the time playing with Carlo and helping Julia in the kitchen. My day was spent no differently from any other as I awaited Dante's return.
そういえばジョーちゃん、このところ難しそうな本を読んでるよな。なんか英語の。
Yes, I've been using them to study English.
へえ、立派なもんだ。俺はイタリア語しかわからないからな。
Yeah, and all I know is English.
英語なんてこの街で暮らしていたら使う機会もないだろう。
That's true, but I thought it might come in handy one day. I was sitting with one of the members of the family, having a chat over a cup of coffee. Suddenly, one of the soldiers came rushing into the salon.
大変だ！コンシリエーレが殺された！
Oh shit. Wait, who's the consigliere? Is it Domenico?
カルビーノさんが、
I don't know who that is.
ビアピエトロ通りで襲撃にあったんだ！
Oh shit. The air grew cold as everyone in the salon was shaken by the sudden news.
どういうことだ？一体誰にやられた？
それが。
Visconti. The hell was that noise? Dante finally returned home at night. He looked exhausted and tense at the same time.
リリー、少し話したいことがある。執務室に来てくれるか？
I nodded quietly and followed after him. Upon entering the office, Dante took off his hat and coat, then turned toward me.
カルビーノが死んだ。いや、殺されたのは聞いているな。
Oh shit. Yes, one of the men came into the salon this afternoon to let everyone know. Oh yeah, they did say that. I'm thinking hit, but he might pull through. Okay, sorry y'all. The loud shoe had made it noticeable movements recently. We were also getting along with the Visconti. Well, that changed. I can't think of anyone who would attack someone in the Falzone family now. Although the government was outspoken in their desire to get rid of the mafia, it didn't seem like they would resort to assassination. Which means, could it have been done from one? Could it have been one of those who escaped the purge? Could be. I mustered the strength to ask my question. Dante, do you know who it was? Who killed him? Dante's expression turned grim, and he fell silent for a few seconds. It's probably the Visconti. He finally answered in a firm voice.
Visconti だ。
Oh. Why would you do that, Gil? We had dinner with Gil only recently. Being confronted by such unexpected news rendered me speechless. Judging by Dante's demeanor, I doubted that he was speaking from a place of speculation. So then, that talk about friends yesterday. Our conversation from last night came to mind. But why all of a sudden?
わからない。だが昨日ギルバートにはっきりと言われた。これからは敵同士だと。ディスコンティの動きが気になって、ニコラに彼らの積み荷が摘発されているか探らせたところだった。ギルバートはそれに感づいて、正面から宣戦布告してきた。この町を取ると、近いうちに抗争を仕掛けてくるつもりだろう。
Even as Dante was explaining what happened, I still couldn't fathom why things had been led down this path. Is there any chance we could talk to him? Dante slowly shook his head, doing his best to respond without worrying.
難しいだろう。昨晩電話でもう一度だけ話をしたいと言ってみたが、すげなく断られた。何より、昨日の今日でこの襲撃だ。しかも、殺されたコンシリエーレはファミリーにたった一人の重要な役職。組織にとってなくてはならない人間だ。それを。ギルバートは本気だろう。それなら、こちらも相応の覚悟で迎え撃たなければ。
Dante looked pained as he spoke, but he gave a small chuckle to cover it up.
弱音を吐いている場合じゃないが、やはりこの状況でニコラが不在なのは痛いな。だが、俺に何かあった時のことを考えると、ニコラが留守なのはある意味僥倖か。
In that moment, I felt the gravity of the situation. Not only Dante, but everyone associated with the family was now in danger. War against the Visconti, was unavoidable now. I knew all along that something like this could happen one day. But Berlone had been at peace for as long as I called this place home. I still couldn't believe what was happening.
何度も不自由を強いてすまないが、片がつくまで外出は控えるようにしてくれ。
Take care of him.
ビスコンティを潰すまでだ。
No, don't do that. Hold on, y'all. I'm fixing my mic again. The tone of Dante's voice was resolute, carrying with it a sense of finality.
幸い、それほど難しい話じゃない。ビスコンティは指揮系統がボスに集中している。頭さえ潰せば、残りは烏合の衆だ。
He said it so matter-of-factly, as though it was an ordinary job. But what he was implying was, I could feel my stomach sinking. Which means, Gil.
ああ、俺はギルバートを殺す。
Kill Gil. I couldn't say a word in response. I knew what he said wasn't something to be taken lightly. Dante continued on in a way that made me wonder if he was speaking to himself.
他に方法はない。 ファルツォーネをここで途絶えさせるわけにはいかないからな。俺はカポとしてファミリーを、使命を守る。その優先順位を見誤るつもりはない。
Oh, we got a double feature. Comparison. Okay, Henri's place.
ビスコンティの爪が甘かったのはおそらくあえて。全てはファルツォーネにヒントを与えるため。
Of course, this meant that time was up. Gilbert Redford would be embarking on an approach governed by force.
この町で再びマフィアの抗争が始まる。彼はシルビオとは違う。彼にはシルビオのようなマフィアのカポたる生まれ持っての才がない。いや、素質はあるのかもしれないが、犯罪組織の長たる重荷を背負うには彼はあまりにも優しすぎる。どうしたものか。
俺はカポとしてファミリーを。
Ooh, where's this? Oh.
ああ、シニョーレ・レッドフォード。ようやく動いてくれる気になったのかい？
Should have clapped Raul when we had the chance.
安心したよ。これで私もリュウ・ファンフイに色よい報告ができるからね。友情ごっこは楽しかったかい？けど結局は我が身が大事だろう。まあ褒めているんだよ、もちろん。君はビジネスというものをよく理解しているって。ビスコンティの未来は明るいよ。公庫の裏井を立った後でいつでもシカゴに進出するといい。それとあの件もよろしく頼むよ。くれぐれも忘れずにね。
That particular request wasn't from the Liu Honghui, but from the other. But Gilbert need not know the details. This extra job would be his way of making up for keeping me waiting for such a long time.
俺はカポとして。
Said that already. Is this really the only way? What would happen from this standpoint onward? My heart was gripped with dread. A few days after the consigliere was killed, everyone in the family was on edge. Dante remained in the manor to avoid danger. His men often came here to visit him. The phone seemed to ring off the hook, but Dante attended to his work the same as always. Seeing how serious things had become, I wanted to offer help, but there was little I could do. I found myself busy by cleaning around the manor and helping Julia in the kitchen. The days continued to pass in that manner. One afternoon, I saw Domenico come into the kitchen.
よう、ジョーちゃん、ジュリア。今日は何を作ってるんだ？
We're making some zabayon. It should be ready soon. I had whisked together egg yolks with sugar, then added sweet wine and simmered it down until it had been reduced to a thick custard. It tasted good on its own, but I plan to serve it with sweet berries and a biscuit.
じゃあ少し分けてくれ。頭の使い通しで糖分が足りなくてな。
Really?
そのようですね。今日のあなたはいつになく疲れた顔をしていますし。
やっぱりわかるか。
Domenico shrugged and laughed. At that moment, Leo came into the kitchen looking surprised to see all of us together.
あれドミニクさん、こんなところにいていいんですか？さっきジェルミさんが探してましたよ。
休憩だ休憩。ほら、レオも来い。もうすぐザバイオーネができるらしいぞ。
Domenico waved Leo over, and I decided to ask him something that was on my mind. Say, oh my god, my voice. Say, Domenico, do you hate my voice cracking as much as I do? No, say, Domenico, it feels like there are a lot of people coming here recently. He nodded at my observation.
報告を聞いたり次の指示を出したり。まあ、それ自体は普段と変わらないんだが。平常時と違って他にもやらないといけないことがあるからな。コンシリエーレが死んだのもでかい。
What sorts of things?
直属の上司である幹部に不満を抱いたとき、直にカポに伝えたい話があったとき、下の連中はまずコンシリエーレに相談する。コンシリエーレがいない今、下の連中は意見を伝える先をなくして不満を溜め込んでる。そうなると俺たちカポレジーム、幹部にとってもやりにくいわけだ。
That's not good.
幹部の数自体、先の粛清で減っている。新しく昇格したやつもいるが、まだまだ仕事はおぼつかないしな。
その分、ドミニクさんたちには頑張ってもらわないとですよ。カポだけじゃ、末端までは目が行き届かないですし。
せめて今ブルローネにニコラ坊ちゃんがいてくれたら。
Yeah, but one guy isn't gonna really help. You need to like restructure the roles like y'all did. Y'all promoted folks, but keep doing that and like have a chain of command while there's no underboss and the boss is kind of busy right now. Julia's voice was heavy, as though she felt guilty that she couldn't help the situation herself. Domenico scratched his head.
まあカポはよくやってる。初動の対応だって十分すぎるくらい早かった。実際のところ最初の襲撃以降膠着状態に持ち込めているのはカポの手腕が大きい。あの時の対処遺憾によってはもっと被害者が増えていた可能性も高いからな。
もちろんですとも。ダンテ坊ちゃんはご立派に務めを果たしておられます。ですがニコラ坊ちゃんがいればダンテ坊ちゃんの負担が減るのは事実でしょ。
そうだな。そういう意味では今回の件タイミングが悪かった。
His words brought a thought to mind. But it wasn't just bad timing, was it? Hearing my mumbling, Leo looked at me with a bewildered expression. The reason why Nicola went to America in the first place was to investigate the confiscation of goods there, right? What if that had all been set up by the Visconti from the very beginning? I'm sorry. I suppose I've been reading too many novels lately.
いや、そうとも限らない。
Oh my. Dante?
どうなさったんです坊ちゃん。わざわざキッチンまでいらっしゃるなんて。
何か飲み物をもらおうと思ってな。
まあ、メイドに言いつけてくださればよかったのに。
ただでさえここ数日は外に出ていないんだ。少しくらい歩かないと体が鈍る。それより。
Dante paused for a moment and looked at me.
お前の推理についてだが、もしうちの荷物が検閲で引っかかった裏にビスコンティがいたとすればだ。ファルツォーネは当然現地に人をやる。重要な仕事だからこそ、その役割を任される人間は予想しやすい。
じゃあ、ビスコンティは最初からニコラさんを街の外に出しておくつもりで。
ああ、ギルバートはニコラの優秀さもファルツォーネにおける重要性もよく知っている。遠ざけるように手を回し、その隙に動くというのは合理的で、ギルバートらしい手腕とも言える。もちろんニコラがいないからといって泣き言を言うつもりはない。アンダーボスが留守だろうと、俺はファミリーを守ってみせる。
立派になりましたね、カポ。
Domenico looked inspired by Dante's declaration.
それに何より同じ視線をくぐった仲なんだ。親しくなるのも当然だよな、だって。
いや、別に仲良くはないが。
Oh, Dante, you don't need to be embarrassed.
これくらいじゃ嫌わねえよ。心配するな、ダンテ。
誰が心配したんだ、誰が。
Recalling that memory no longer made me smile, and I couldn't help but feel down about it. We had such a good time with Gil. I couldn't help but ask. Yo. The sleep drunk is happening. It's real. Sleep drunk is real. Why is this happening? Are you okay, Dante? Let me see something. That's the flashback. Oh yeah, I have to cover up my blankie, but if I do, I'm gonna want to go to sleep. So I'm fighting sleep. So if we ask, why is this happening? Dante doesn't know that. I think I'll go with "Are you okay, Dante?" Just to check on him. Are you okay, Dante? Dante used the word friend to describe Gil when he was trying to hide the subject. Knowing that they had gotten much closer, I was sure that Dante was suffering over it now.
大変な時ではあるが、カポレジームもよく俺を支えてくれている。
I think you're putting on a front.
今は休んでいる暇もないし、すべきことをする。ビスコンティが今になって急に強行手段に出た理
I
由
think that was
を
a better choice.
探りたいところだしな。
Damn it.
引き続きビスコンティの襲撃を警戒しながら、その背後についても調べてみよ
う。はい、俺も頑張ります。
Leo responded enthusiastically, and Domenico gave him a firm, resolute nod. Hey boys, go to work. Be safe. Ooh, look at this. Let me see. He's in Chirac. Before Chirac. What's good, Nicola? Of all the times I had to be away.
ビスコンティの背後に誰か、もしくはどこかの組織が絡んでいる可能性は確かにある。だけど、実際にビスコンティの襲撃で死んだ人間がいる以上、たとえどんな理由があろうと、僕たちはビスコンティを見逃すわけにはいかない。
I could only hope that he kept his priorities straight. The family needed their boss now more than ever. He couldn't let them down. Nicola. Two weeks had passed since the attack. The Visconti and the Falzone were now at war. Despite several raids and skirmishes, there had fortunately not been any casualties yet. In the meantime, Dante was working with the top brass to investigate the situation. The Falzone was short-handed after losing so many high-level members in the purge. It also meant that only the most trustworthy remained, all of whom worked their hardest. Strangely enough, it was the weakening of the family that made them stronger. Dante had been making time in his busy schedule to have dinner with me as often as possible. The saltimbocca is delicious. The subtly sweet aroma of the marsala sauce, spiced with sage, paired perfectly with the veal. Julia must be some kind of genius. How else could everything be cooked so perfectly? Did you let her cook? I was suddenly embarrassed when I noticed that he was looking at me affectionately. I'm getting carried away. We rarely had meat back at the church, so...
ああ、確かにブルローネは海に面した町だからな。肉より魚の方が手に入れやすいか。
Right, which is why I still think of all our meals here as a feast. I tried my best to chat with Dante through my embarrassment. Just when we were about done with dinner.
カポ、お食事中に申し訳ありません。
Oh, Sergio. What's up? One of the senior members, Signor Jeremy, walked into the salon. Dante nodded for him to speak.
今回の件、どうもラオ州の親組織、リュウファンフイが動いているようです。
Which is not entirely false, but there's more to it than just them. Dante frowned upon hearing the report, but spoke calmly as usual.
リュウファンフイについてはずっと警戒していたが、これまで表立った動きはなかった。党や政府への対応やアメリカとの輸出入関連に気を取られていたが、今思えばあまりにも静かすぎたな。
What does it all mean?
中国人は何よりメンツを重視する。俺たちはリュウファンフイの下部組織であるラオ州を潰し、 幹部の一人であるヤンを殺した。顔に泥を塗られたリュウ・ファンフイがブルローネをそのままにしておくはずはない。
Dante's brow furrowed as he deduced what he could from the news.
今はまだあくまで想像に過ぎないが、おそらくリュウ・ファンフイが描いた絵図はこうだろう。リュウ・ファンフイはブルローネマフィアへの報復を目論んだ。しかしラオ州がほぼ壊滅した今、この地には実動を担える兵隊が足りない。本国から呼び寄せるにも相当の金と時間がかかる。そこで連中はヴィスコンティに目をつけた。何らかの手段でヴィスコンティを脅し、もしくは取引をし、ファルツォーネを潰させる。
それなら本国から兵隊を呼び寄せる必要はない。確かに理にかなったやり方ではあるかと。
But wouldn't the Visconti be seen as the enemy by the Liu Huanghui? Could the Liu Huanghui have forgiven the Visconti just because they're working together?
あくまでこれは想像だ。確証はない。
That's pretty spot on.
裏を取らなくては。
I'd say you're pretty spot on.
裏を取ってどうするの？
The fuck? What? Nicola? But I thought... I could hardly gather my thoughts together at his sudden appearance. Damn!
急いで帰ってきたんだよ。
No shit.
いろいろときな臭そうだし、僕もこっちにいた方がいいと思って。
しかし、あちらでの仕事は。
そこは大丈夫。影響が出ないようにもろもろ済ませておいたから。
よく戻った、ニコラ。正直お前が帰ってきてくれて心強い。
Nicola smiled at Dante, then once again asked his question from earlier.
それで裏を取ってどうするの？
What do you mean?
仮に裏にリュウ・ファンフイがいたとしても、ヴィスコンティがファルゾーネの敵に回ったことに変わりはない。早急に報復に動くべきだと、そう言いたいんだろう、ニコラ。
さすがダンテ、よくわかっているね。安心した。これは僕の勘だけど、ギルバートは覚悟を決めたと言いながらまだ迷いがある。最初の襲撃以降死人が出ていないのがその証拠だ。それに本気ならわざわざダンテを呼び出して敵対することを告げたりなんてしないよ。彼はとても有能だし、ファミリーのために他を切り捨てることもできるけど、それでも一度懐に入れたものに対しては非常になりきれないって欠点もある。
Nicola continued with a noticeable absence of remorse.
だからこそ、ファルツォーネは今のうちに攻勢に出るべきだ。
Even I knew that what Nicola said made sense in a way. Still, I also knew that making the call would be painful to Dante. I recall the day that Dante came home after Gil ended their friendship. He couldn't hide how shocked he was.
今後の方針については 改めて相談しよう。悪いが今夜は急ぎの仕事がある。お前も帰ってきたばかりだし、今夜はまず体を休めてくれ。
うん、グラッツェダンテ。
Nicola smiled again. Dante nodded and left the salon.
では、私もこれで失礼します。今日は報告に来ただけですので。
Jeremy addressed Nicola respectfully and made his way out as well. I wanted to go after Dante, but on second thought, it seemed staying back now would be for the better decision. It was then that Julia arrived from the kitchen and discovered Nicola in the salon.
あらまあ、ニコラ坊ちゃん、お戻りになられてたんですね。何か飲まれます？それともお食事を？
ありがとうジュリア。エスプレッソをもらえる？向こうのコーヒーは薄くてね、イタリアが恋しかったよ。
わかりました。すぐに用意しますね。
Julia happily returned to the kitchen to prepare Nicola's espresso. Chad, this late? Where the hell's my remote? Ah, no! Ah. As he took off his hat and sat down across from me, I noticed his gaze and smiled warmly. Despite some reservations, I had to ask, Nicola, why did you word things the way you did with Dante earlier? The way Nicola spoke earlier sounded much harsher than usual.
ダンテは優しいから辛いと思う。だけどファルツォーネを、ブルローネを守りたいなら、彼はやりきらないといけない。
Indeed. What do you mean?
ヴィスコンティの背後にいるのがリュウ・ファンフイなら、おそらくこれはみそぎだよ。リュウ・ファンフイの顔に泥を塗った代償として、ファルツォーネを潰すよう求められたんだ。僕たちと違ってヴィスコンティにはブルローネにとどまる理由がない。そう考えるとそうだな、シカゴへの参入に水を差すとでも言われたんじゃないかな。実際にすでに妨害を受けているかもしれない。ヴィスコンティの目的はファルツォーネを潰し公庫の憂いなくシカゴに向かうこと。もしそうなればブルローネはどうなると思う？
The Liu Huanghui will take over? That was the question. The Liu Huanghui will take over.
そういうこと。だからダンテには鬼になってもらうしかない。この話、ダンテにはまだ言わないでね。折を見て僕から話すから。
Okay. I reluctantly nodded in agreement, but oh, please don't let it be a choice. It was heartbreaking to think of Dante being forced to make such a cruel decision. Kelta. Wow, that was quick.
確かに頼んだ通りの品物です。
Okay, y'all. Yes, gentlemen, a fine piece of meat. Y'all, I am going to call it here. End of the chapter. And start of a new end of the chapter, end of the video. Y'all, I've been dozing off, so this is gonna be fun to edit. Yeah, it's probably under an hour or just over an hour. I guess it's just a transition. Either Dante has an additional chapter besides the rest of the LIs, or his chapter 6 is long as shit. So I'd rather save that for another day. One of the endings will be on Saturday, and it'd be nice if it was the good ending, but from what we're seeing and saying, it doesn't look like it. So this might have been the bad chapter 5. But folks, let me go ahead and save. Okay, so yeah, y'all, thank you very much for watching, tuning in, chilling with your girl. I am tired. I was dozing off, so yeah, like I said, I should not be playing at night, but it is what it is. I wanted to get this video said and done by next when videos due. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, folks, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate you stopping on by. Y'all know my philosophy on this YouTube shit. View what you wanna, do what you wanna, and I'll see you lovely lads, lassies, and legends in the next episode. So until then, my friends, take care, take it easy, and